So, what if I told you there's this hidden law of the universe that you're using every single day, but you might not even realize it? Well, today we're going to dive deep into this incredibly powerful force.
Just think about your life for a second. Your successes, your challenges, the people that just seem to show up. What if none of that is random? What if it's all a direct response to a signal that you are constantly, and I mean constantly, broadcasting out into the world? That's the huge, mind-bending idea we're digging into.
All right, let's start by tuning into a feeling that I think is pretty familiar for a lot of us. It's that feeling of just spinning your wheels, right? Of being stuck in a loop you just can't seem to break out of.
You know what I'm talking about. It's that frustrating Groundhog Day feeling. The same kind of hurdles at work, the same anxieties about money, the same patterns showing up in your relationships. You're pushing, you're trying, but you keep hitting these invisible walls. And it's not about how hard you're working. It's actually a huge clue that we need to look at what's going on underneath it all.
See, the reason you might be stuck in that cycle, it's not just a run of bad luck. It's actually rooted in science. And to really get it, we need to look at the very building blocks of our reality through the lens of quantum physics.
Okay, so here's the part that might blow your mind a little. Nothing is actually solid. At the deepest subatomic level, you, the chair you're sitting on, even the thoughts bouncing around in your head, it's all just little packets of energy vibrating at different speeds. And this isn't just a spiritual idea, this is a core concept in physics. Some theories even suggest that the tiniest particles are actually these tiny vibrating strings of energy.
And this is where it gets personal. Your thoughts and your feelings, they're not just abstract things happening in your head. They have a real physical impact. They generate measurable electromagnetic frequencies. Yeah, scientists have actually recorded these and found that emotions like fear or anger vibrate at a low, kind of dense frequency, while feelings like love, joy, and especially gratitude, they resonate at a much higher, lighter frequency.
I love this quote because it really just drives the point home. This isn't wishful thinking. Think about gravity. You don't have to believe in gravity for it to work, right? It just does. Well, the law of vibration works exactly the same way. It is always on, constantly responding to the energy that you're putting out there.
So if this law is always working, the big question is, are you consciously using it, or is it using you?
Just think about a typical morning. The alarm goes off, you grab your phone, and bam! You're flooded with stressful emails or negative headlines. Then you get to work, and a coworker annoys you. You start worrying about bills. You react to everything. Each one of those reactions generates a low-frequency vibration. And the whole thing is happening on autopilot. We're unconsciously letting the outside world control our inner energy.
Honestly, this radio analogy is the simplest, most powerful way to understand it. The universe isn't just giving you what you want, it's matching the frequency you are. If you want to listen to your favorite station, you can't just wish for it. You have to physically grab the dial and tune to that exact frequency. It's the same thing with your life. If you want to experience more joy and abundance, you have to actively tune your personal vibration to match it.
Okay, this is where it gets really good. This is where we move from theory into action. How do you consciously, deliberately, turn that dial and change your own frequency? Here are 3 simple but incredibly powerful techniques. First, gratitude. It is one of the highest vibrational frequencies there is. Every single morning, before you even get out of bed, think of 3 simple things you are genuinely thankful for. The warmth of your bed, the coffee you're about to have, and really feel that thankfulness. Second, visualization. Your mind doesn't know the difference between something you vividly imagine and something that really happened. So spend a few minutes feeling the emotions of your ideal life as if it's already here. And third, this one is a game changer, becoming the observer.
And I know what you're probably thinking. This is a fantastic question because life is not always easy, right? We all face challenges and setbacks and difficult emotions. So, what do you do then?
This is so important. This isn't about toxic positivity. It's not about just slapping a smile on and pretending you're not sad or angry or frustrated. In fact, trying to suppress those feelings, just pushing them down, that actually creates resistance and can lower your vibration even more. The key isn't to ignore them, it's to process them in a totally new way. And this is exactly how you do it. Instead of getting swept up in the emotional storm, you take a mental step back. Let's say you get some harsh feedback at work. The gut reaction is to get angry or defensive. But the observer steps back and says, okay, this feels bad, I acknowledge that, but what is this situation trying to teach me? Is there a piece of truth in here I can use to grow? That simple shift pulls you out of a low-frequency state of reaction and elevates you to a high-frequency state of learning.
You're no longer a victim of your circumstances, you become a student of life.
And hey, there are so many other ways to tune your frequency every day. Watch your words. There's a huge energy difference between I want to be healthy, which implies you aren't, and I am becoming healthier every day, which confirms progress. Taking care of your body is non-negotiable. Move it, fuel it well. Your physical health is tied directly to your energetic health. Even 5 minutes of quiet meditation can completely reset you. And get outside. Seriously, nature vibrates at an incredibly high frequency and you can literally soak that energy up.
So when you start applying these tools, you make a really fundamental shift. You stop being a passive reactor to your life, and you become something so much more powerful.
This right here, this is the ultimate takeaway. The law of vibration is always at work. It's like gravity, but now you have the instruction manual. You have the power to stop creating your life by default and to start consciously, intentionally designing it from the inside out.
Because ultimately, it all comes down to that choice. Every thought you think, every feeling you choose to focus on, it's all a broadcast to the universe. You are the DJ of your own life soundtrack. So the only question left is, what song are you going to play today?